48 kills, Tarek GG. It's What the Moose here, and today I've got another League of Legends gameplay commentary view. And what I wanted to talk about in this commentary is how to zone top lane by tanking minion waves and by manipulating the delicate minion balance. So, as you can see here, I'm trying my best to tank the minion wave and prevent my tower from hitting the minions. Actually, a couple of minions are getting hit by a tower, but I'm still able to pick up most of the last hits and prevent the vast majority of them getting hit by my tower. This allows me to keep the minion wave in the same location, very close to my tower, but not right at my tower, and giving me the advantage of free farm, giving me the advantage of safety from getting ganked, and allowing me to zone their enemy top lane by harassing them down, by my jungler being able to gank them because they're pushed forward so much. This often ends up in the enemy top lane being underleveled, being underfarmed, and quite often causes the enemy top lane to have to resort to other means to get their farm. Basically, they might go to jungle, they might decide to go to another lane, and in doing so, it removes the opportunity for the other lanes to get farmed and fed, and the distribution of farm is much less around the whole team because no one from their team is able to get farm from top lane, no one on their team is able to get experience and gold from top lane. Basically, if this happens, you have to inform your team to be wary that most fights are going to be 4 versus 5 because they're going to be desperate for ganks, they're going to be desperate for farm. The AD carry, their mid, is going to lose farm from them taking it. But it's one disadvantage of this is it is going to be 4 versus 5 for dragon fights unless you have teleport. So it might be an idea to take teleport for the dragon fights. But other than that, it gives you a huge advantage by tanking the minion waves. So as you can see here, I'm just trying to avoid a bit of harassment mood here, but I'm still going to try and tank the minion wave to prevent them from getting hit by my tower until my next minion wave arrives, and then go back to last hitting. You don't want to auto attack because auto attacking helps to push the lane, and that's not what you want. Udyr has to retreat here because he's not able to get any minion kills. He's going to come in and try and prevent me from tanking it, but he's not able to do enough damage to prevent me from keeping the minion wave by my tower. And by pushing up so much, it leaves him liable to getting ganked from my jungle. We don't actually get the kill here, but he has to retreat, and every time he comes forward that much, he risks getting ganked. So in this clip, I want to show you the disadvantage of taking towers too early in the game. I'm able to keep the minion wave right by my tower, right by my second tower, and get free farm for the whole game, just by tanking a minion wave and just by last hitting, and meaning that no one on their team is able to get farm from this lane and no one in the team is able to get experience from this game. It's really hard to gank me right by my tower, especially on Warwick, but again, your team has to be careful because they're going to be fighting 4 versus 5 for most of the game, but it's going to be when you start a team fight, when you get all this farm, all this experience, is going to be a massive advantage in team fights. So as you can see there, their gangplank is about 60-70 minions behind me on farm, and he's not able to do anything other than go to other lanes and try and take farm and try and take kills. So that's how one lane can win the whole game for your team. I'm just speeding up here to show you how long you can actually keep it in the same location for. It's not going to push, it's not going to de-push, it's going to stay in exactly the same location, giving me free farm just by preventing the minions from getting hit by my tower. And yeah, it's just going to give me such a big advantage on levels, such a big advantage on kills. So I wanted to talk about how this has an effect on actual gameplay, and I'm actually going to pick up first blood here, giving me a really big advantage in solo top. It's an important factor to note. Once you've picked up advantage, to try and maintain the advantage. So for example, I'm trying to harass Aurelia as much as possible, but also I don't want to miss any last hits. What I'm trying to do is make Aurelia have to choose between harassing me or getting last hits, and if she chooses harassing me, she's gonna get underfarmed, and if she chooses last hits, she's gonna get destroyed by my harass. She's getting zoned hard here, and she's not able to pick up any minion kills just by last hitting. And when the lane eventually pushes onto my tower, I'm going to keep the minion wave there by, the previous technique shown before, just by tanking the minion wave and preventing Aurelia from coming anywhere near me. Already she can't do anything, but when the minion wave is by my tower, she stands no chance in getting any farm, no chance in getting any experience. Uh, One thing to note about this technique is that you're not liable to gank from the river really, but you should really have a ward in the tri-bush, and you should really have a ward in the bush in lane actually to prevent ninja ganks, which I explained in my last video. That's the only way to counter this method of gameplay, is to ninja gank, sneak in with the minion wave and catch me off guard when I'm trying to harass Aurelia, catch me off guard when I'm trying to go for a kill perhaps. But now the lane's pushed onto my tower and Aurelia is unable to do anything. Just to keep on teleporting back, she'll have to take farm from Vayne. I think in this game she actually goes jungling, so Rammus can't get any farmer experience. And this is actually a 1760 ELO game, and this Aurelia's 1700 rating. She's not a bad player at all, but there's actually nothing she can do in this game to prevent me from farming. There's nothing she can do to get farm, there's nothing she can do to get experience, to get kills, other than take it from other lanes, which ruins the distribution of farm around the whole team and gives us a massive advantage. Another thing that can ruin this, like I mentioned at the start, there's a very delicate balance of minions in the lane, which can be shifted by very small factors. And one thing, all the junglers out there, when you come to lane the gank, whether the gank's successful or whether the gank's unsuccessful, don't hit the minions. Don't Lee Sin, don't use your E. Nocturne, please don't use your Q and your passive, because even just damaging the minions slightly, even killing one or two minions, can have a massive effect on the balance in the lane and shift it back into the favour of the enemy top lane, allowing them to get back in the game. And that's not what you want. As soon as you have an advantage in lane, you want to maintain that advantage, and you want to make sure that they cannot get back into lane whatever they do. And as you can see here, Aurelia still hasn't returned to lane. She's still unable to come to this lane. And I think they end up sending Vayne top, who's underleveled, a lot lower level than me, underfarmed, and yeah, she's unable to do anything due to the fact that Aurelia's given me free farm, free XP, and free levels for the majority of this game. So it's how one lane has a massive influence on the rest of the game, without even being in team fights and without even being in team fights and battling for dragon, etc. So you can win your lane just by free farming, but there comes a point where you have to get involved with your team, get involved with the team fight, and start to push onto the tower. So I just wanted to show you this scoreboard to actually show you that Aurelia I was playing against was 1700 rating, and she was unable to get farm, unable to get experience. She got completely zoned top and had to resort to other means to get her farm and experience. And it wasn't because she was a bad player, it was because of the manipulation of the minion waves, tanking the minion waves. I was able to retain my early advantage, and I was able to prevent Aurelia from ever getting into the game. There's no chance of Aurelia ever getting into this game through clever gameplay, through not pushing the lane, not auto-attacking, and through preventing my tower from hitting the minions. So I hope you guys can take this advice on board, start to tank minion waves, start to retain your advantages, and if you lose your tower early, use that to advantage and prevent the enemy from getting any farm in that lane. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment, please subscribe if you like what I'm doing, please like the video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.